New at 5, people in Berryhill are raising concerns about Election Day, saying several people didn't get the correct ballot with an important bond measure on it.
That bond would give $2 million to their fire department from a tax increase. But people say not everyone in Berryhill got to vote on it, and people who live outside of Berryhill did. Fox 23's Devin Lyon is live in the newsroom with what he's learned about these complaints and the concerns from a community member.
That's right, guys. That bond issue passed on Tuesday's election with 60% of votes. Now, that still needs to be finalized by the Tulsa County Election Board. But as soon as those initial results came through, dozens of complaints flooded community pages along social media. Now, people who live in Berryhill say whether the bond passed or not, they just want to make sure it was a fair election. On Election Day, those who lived in Berryhill Fire District were supposed to receive a second ballot to vote on a bond for the fire department. The bond would issue $2 million with a tax increase to upgrade equipment, purchase new vehicles, and needed improvements at the station. However, some people in Berryhill who would be paying that tax are saying they did not get that second ballot to vote on the bond. Others who live outside of the district who wouldn't pay the tax say they did get on a secondary ballot to vote on it. Tommy Wagner has lived in Berryhill for more than 10 years. He told me that he saw the possible issue at his polling place.
I vote, I read through it, nothing about Berryhill, so I go back and I question it, saying, hey, I should be voting on a Berryhill deal. Where's that at? And they're like, oh, where do you live? Yada, yada, show us on this map. I said, I live across the street from the fire station. Oh, yeah, he gets one. So they gave me one. I voted. I said, my wife is in the car who has already voted. You didn't give her one either.
The bond passed with 300 more yes votes than no. But some people say the poll workers did not confirm who lived in the district before giving them the second ballot.
This just doesn't feel right, seem right. Next thing you know, Facebook blows up. Everything's starting to blow up. There's already discrepancies showing that people are voting that should not be voting, and people who wanted to vote didn't get to vote because evidently at one point they had ran out of ballots.
Here are some of the comments on Facebook community groups in Berryhill, showing dozens of people with the same claims as Tommy.
I just think it needs to be shut down and re-voted on. We can't have an election like this. It should be a cut, dry process. Yes or no. If you're the person that's supposed to vote, you vote. If not, don't vote.
You're just people to do the right thing here.
Do the right thing. And that's what we ask for the fire chief and the board over there. Do the right thing.
Now, since my interview with Tommy, I have spoken with the Berryhill Fire Chief and the Tulsa County Election Board. The Election Board says they are still looking into all of these claims. Now, I'll bring you why on Fox 23 News at 6, why the Fire Chief says he saw no issue with the election. Live in the newsroom, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
If there is no revote on the bond, it will have around a $25 a year impact for the average $150,000 home in Berryhill. You can see the full bond and its propositions in this story on fox23.com.